Yes, guys, thank you, thank you, thank you, darling. You guys love me, darling. You guys love me, da 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 da. Thank you, darling, da 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 da. Just gonna walk like a supermodel, guys. Now, guys, in terms of female supermodels, Melina is the same height as female supermodels, but as a male, Marco, DC or Marco, I'm not as tall as the main male supermodels, right? They're very tall, right? But, in general, we all really like celebrities and models, but, well, that has nothing to do with it. I'm just not as tall as the male models, and I'm the same height as like Cindy Crawford. So for Molina, I'm the same height as the female models. And when I was younger, I tried to be a model. And when I was younger, I tried to be a model. And what happened was, um, they would never accept me because I was like too short. So they were always like, you should be an actor, right? Like you should totally be an actor. Which I had like, I just the funny thing was, I thought modeling took no skill and all this. Even though modeling is a hard job, like those models have to stay. Well, I'm very good looking, so I mean, when you're already good looking and you stay good looking, it's not that difficult of a job, but it is difficult because I know walking down a runway, you have to be like perfectly walking down it, right? And you have to be like really in good condition and to be a one that stays, right? Like Cindy Crawford is like really really good, right? And it's not like you can get um, models like her every day, right? So it's like really kind of like a tough thing. But it's crazy. I always thought it took no skill. I think it was because I was nervous. That's why I didn't do a good job. But like I always thought like there was no skill involved. But like even just walking like this down a runway. I mean, like you're just walking. It really is not like, I mean, if you're gorgeous, and luckily for you, and one of the rare beauties of the world, it really isn't that much skill. You're just doing this, and then doing this, or doing this, or something, right? Or doing, you know what I mean? It's not really that much skill, but I just got very nervous for some reason. I was trying to be a model more than once. Well, I'm a model now, as Marco, but a one that does photo shoots, right? So I'm not really a model that is a runway model, right? So I mean, in general, I think we all know I look like a model. I'm very good looking. I could be a model. That's the thing. Like I went to that agency in Winnipeg, and they said I wasn't tall enough. But I mean, I am in Toronto. I went to Toronto and tried to be a model, and they said I was tall enough. But then I competed with one other guy that was short, and the two tall guys got in, and I was like, well, how am I going to compete? Yeah, well, I didn't see them. I'm sure if I saw them, I would have been like, oh my God, I'm way better looking, and then I might not have been as nervous. But I was so nervous, right? That's all that's really kept me behind on Hollywood. Like I think I would have been like, when I was an extra in Hollywood, I did Mr. Hockey and the Casey Anthony story, and I think I would have been accepted into Hollywood like right away if I wasn't nervous the days that I did the extra work. Now I was told the people that do the extra work, like where you're doing extra filming, you're an extra in films. I was told that you had to, you were not. You basically, when you do the extra work, you're basically just doing the extra work, and in order to get hired as a celebrity or whatever, I was told that in order to get hired as a celebrity, you had to somehow get noticed by the producers that were in the film, right? But I really felt like, being an extra was fun. I really liked it, but I was really nervous for some odd reason. Like I was just an extra, right? You don't get paid very much being an extra. It's more, you get paid more for the time you're on set because even if you're on set for like hours and hours and hours, you really just get paid for the time you're on the sets, so you might not do much work on camera, but you get paid for being on the set. So, but I was told like the people there really don't hire you for anything other than being an extra. So I thought, so like I really felt, well, I mean, for me, I mean, it's not a big deal now because I'll be famous on YouTube and TikTok. But I really felt like at that time, I really wanted to be noticed, right? Because I didn't really know how I was going to get noticed in Hollywood. Once I'm famous on this, YouTube and TikTok, I'll be so famous that I'll be able to do movies, I'll be able to do things on TV, just because I'm so comfortable, because I'm so famous that people will automatically hire me that are suited to me because it'll be like like being a celebrity on YouTube and TikTok, being a YouTuber, TikToker, and a famous one or a famous influencer is just as good as being a Hollywood starlet or star, like depending on how you rank, right? If you have 1 million followers on YouTube or TikTok, you're just as good as a Hollywood celebrity because they're the same thing, right? I mean, and you could branch off to Hollywood or just still stay on YouTube or TikTok, but you're still a celebrity, right? For me, I really feel comfortable being on TikTok and YouTube. Like to me, it doesn't seem like efforts. I really feel like at home. I don't know why I've always been so nervous in Hollywood, like when I do anything with Hollywood. But I mean, maybe I won't in the future because I'll be so famous. But the last time I did do the Voice audition, I wasn't nervous at all. But I was like, am I gonna fit in? Is this like is this the right time, right? So, I was very comfortable last audition, so I think that's a good sign. At the end of the day, we're all human, and it's like a job interview, right? Like you're going into a job interview, and let's say you're going into a job interview. Like when I did apply for McDonald's years ago when I was first starting to look for work, and they never hired me, right? And then I became a car salesman, which pays more, right? And it's a totally different job, right? So I never really fit into McDonald's because I'm not a cook. I'm not. Well, I am a good cook, but not of that many food items to cook. I'm not being at a register. I'm a good cashier. I've done cashier work, but I just wasn't suited to the job, right? But I'm going to be a Hollywood celebrity, right? So, as a TikToker, YouTuber, right? So some jobs you're just not suited for, even if you are more qualified for better paying jobs, right? So it's same with Hollywood. Being on set, you have to fit in with the cast members or the people on set. You can't just go on a movie set or make a record deal unless you belong with the people there, right? Anyway, totally enjoy the show. I know.